Hello, friends, and welcome back to 20 Questions With. For those of you who are new here, this is my fun way of introducing you to other costumers and costubers by asking them 20 silly questions. Today, we are talking to Kat from Kat is in the Bag, or Kat's Costumery, depending on if you're on Instagram or on YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Kat.
Hi, Noelle. Very excited to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your channel?
Yeah, so my name is Kat. As Noelle said, I have some branding issues and I have two different names. I'm a Libra, so I can't make up my mind about what to keep and what to do. I started sewing about 4 or 5 years ago, and I learned mostly from YouTube. So I wanted to do some videos to give back a little bit and basically warn people about my mistakes, I guess. And yeah, I do historical costume, and I do cosplay a bit as well. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you did live in London for a while, and now you are doing an exciting thing.
Yeah, I've lived in London for 10 years or so, and then I
Wow.
decided to leave it all behind and move up to Scotland. And I am now at the University of Glasgow doing the Dress and Textile Histories MA.
Living the dream.
I mean, if it wasn't COVID, I would say
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just the university itself is stunning, and it's really sad that we can't go on campus. But I think it's the perfect environment to be studying historical fashion.
Are you
And
not allowed on at all?
we're allowed on campus, but for example, all of my degree is online only. So I have no reason whatsoever to go on campus.
I don't care about going to school. I care about getting those Instagram photos. Come on.
Right? Oh,
Right?
I need to go. I feel like it's the perfect place to dress up in our history banding and
Yeah.
anything really, because it's stunning. It's basically Hogwarts. Like if
Yeah.
you have a real good look at it, it's basically Hogwarts.
Are you doing that? Are you like getting the grams?
I want to, but my problem at the moment is that I actually live quite far away from the university. I think because student housing and stuff with COVID has been a bit weird. And so actually, I obviously have to avoid transport and all of that annoying stuff. It's quite hard for me to get into uni, but I do have plans to dress up and go get the grams. And hopefully, I think the hardest bit about it is finding a day that's not raining in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Today is that day. So maybe, but also the days get really short here. Like
Yeah.
it's November, what, 2nd, and the sun sets at 4.
So the last time I was in Scotland, we went to Edinburgh. I've never been to Glasgow. I've been to like all over Scotland. Like I've seen Loch Ness, I've seen all the lochs. I've even been all the way up to Inverness where it like didn't get dark ever. It kind of got twilighty and then got light again because I was in there in the middle of the summer. So I imagine in the wintertime it's the opposite.
Yeah, it's like the days are really short. Like even in the morning, the sun doesn't rise that early. So there's basically like a handful of daylight hours, which is great for filming, let me tell you. For someone who does all the sewing like at night,
Yeah.
what a nightmare.
You need a light
But
kit.
yeah, I just got one.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh,
Best
okay.
thing
Great.
ever.
Excellent.
But yeah, it's a great. I love Scotland actually, and I think it's definitely great. And Glasgow is worth a visit.
Yeah.
Whenever you may come over the pond again. It's not as nice as Edinburgh, I wouldn't say. Wait, I don't want to start any controversial.
Everybody no, don't at her.
The Scottish people will be in the comments like.
Edinburgh is actually like when people ask me what is my favorite. I've been on all 7 continents, and so people ask me all the time what is my favorite city, and hands down it's Edinburgh. Like it is magical, just an amazing city. But like all of Scotland is kind of magical, and the people in Scotland are awesome. I have heard that if you want to get in a bar fight, Glasgow is the place to be. So yeah, Abby has stories.
Yeah, it's great. I've been to the Isle of Skye.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's
I've been there.
and it's stunning. Basically, Outlander vibes took us to Skye,
Yeah.
and it's just something else. Like the landscape is literally magical, stunning.
Yeah. If you've ever wanted to be a druid or like pretend that you're a druid, like,
Right?
I mean, Ireland and then also Scotland. Wales
Scotland.
is a high recommendation also. Like, Wales is moody AF. Like,
I've
all
only
the
been to
Celtic countries are rad. Are you ready to play 20 questions?
Yes. I feel like you
Okay.
should be doing like a gaming host kind of. Are you ready?
Are you ready? If you were a candy bar, what candy bar would you be and why?
Ooh, can it be like UK based sweets? Because
Any sweets ever.
I think I would be a crunchy,
Oh my god, crunchy is my favorite.
right?
Yeah.
It's so good. But also I really like the crunch really like the crunchy and crunchies. I love honeycomb.
Uh-huh.
Honeycomb. How do you say honeycomb?
Honeycomb, yeah.
Honeycomb. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And then the chocolate. It's just great. It's just great. There's nothing wrong about it. And
Yeah.
I think a
You're really
crunchy.
sweet too, so that fits.
Yeah. Yeah. But like sometimes you just need that, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure. I always need a crunchy. I love crunchy.
You-
It's so good.
They're so good. I think a crunchy. I've committed. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, I'm very non-committed. I don't like making decisions. I'm a Libra,
Libra.
and so I'm always like, which way do I go? So
I'm a
yes.
Capricorn, so I'm like decisive.
Oh, how nice it must be.
It is actually. I mean, even if you're wrong, you're like, well, at least I made a decision.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just no, like it doesn't even matter if it's the right decision. Like just having a decision, because I'm always in limbo. I'm just like I can't commit to doing this. I can't commit to doing that. So I just sit here and watch TV.
I have it double down too, because I'm like, I'm a Capricorn and like an alpha personality. So yeah,
Ooh.
you doubly have like you're committed and you're decisive and you can just tell other people go do this.
I did this really cool online personality. This is gonna sound really dumb. It's not a BuzzFeed quiz. It's like it's based on some sort of like
Is it Myers-Briggs?
no. It was the only thing I remember about it is that it has really pretty graphics, basically.
They all
But it
do.
had like categories like the mediator,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. They all have
right.
that. So
Yeah,
did
have you
it
done it?
have numbers or letters?
Numbers.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
it had letters. It had letters. It had 4 letters.
Yeah, that's Myers-Briggs.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just did you do it? What are
Yeah.
you?
I'm an ENTJ, which is the general.
ENTJ.
Uh Extrovert. I don't remember what the N is. Thinking and judging. What is the N? I
What's
don't
the
remember.
N? Oh, I don't know. I've somehow gotten some. I googled ENTJ and I got some sort of computing code.
Next time look up ENTJ and then like his history or ENTJ celebrities. I have like um
Oh,
Alexander Hamilton and
what?
Napoleon and Alexander the Great and like every freaking like
Alexander.
general, every Alexander that's ever lived, and like every general that's ever existed has been mine. So that's why they call it the general.
I see.
What was yours?
I was just trying to remember it because I think it was quite boring. I think I was the mediator or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's not boring. You need mediators because if you have hotheads like me, then you got to have someone to calm them down. People like
Okay,
you
but
are great for people like me.
I would like to be a general. That sounds so much better.
No, it's not. Trust me.
I just thought it was so interesting, and like
It is. It's
I
fascinating.
remember, I remember one of my friends did it, and she got the protagonist,
Mm-hmm.
and she was so offended. She was like, "What? That ain't me." And then I was like reading it, and now inside I was like, "That is you, friend." Like,
Totally you.
it's like strangely accurate. Really
Yeah.
weird.
Mine basically says nice but bossy. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's true.
Own that brand.
I am Hermione.
Yes. Oh, I wish I was a Hermione.
What is something that we would not expect about you?
That I'm a Libra.
No, we totally
No,
expect.
you do. But no, I feel like maybe people expect like, oh, okay, I'm actually really shy. Does that count? I don't know.
No, that
But
totally counts.
I feel like people expect people that put stuff on the internet to be quite like outspoken or
Yeah.
outgoing and I'm just really awkward and anxiety riddled and weird. Yeah.
No, you're not. I can see shy though. Like the first time I said something to you on Instagram, you were probably like, "Oh my God, who is this American chick?"
No, not at all. But that's the thing. Like that's one of the worst things is that I'm really bad at reaching out to people. So like I'm always like I don't want to bother anyone. I don't want to, like yeah, I don't know. And
You did say that to me. You're like, "I don't want to
yeah.
bother you," and I'm like, "I'm approaching you."
But that's it basically. I start every message with sorry to bother you.
Yeah, because you're super British.
Oh well, I don't know how that's happened. I guess 10 years of immersion have
Yeah, yeah,
have done it. Yeah, does that count? Is that
absolutely,
the answer? Okay, good.
absolutely. What fictional character do you identify with most, and why?
Hermione. Wait, no. Yes. I feel like growing up, Hermione was definitely like it because I feel like when I was younger, I was a bit bolder,
Oh, mhm.
and so I was very. Let's be honest, I was a bit of a know-it-all, and I was always like the person in class with my hand up and like, pick me, I know it, and it was hella annoying to everyone else. I loved it.
I am also this person, so yeah.
Yeah, and then I loved books and I loved knowing things, and I was pretty good at school. So Hermione, when I was growing up, was like their character for me. I think, yeah, I just Harry Potter has always been such a massive thing. Um, I know, it's kind of bittersweet a little bit, but I really like the way you've put it. Like I've always been watching on your videos, and you're like, it's ours now, and
Yeah. I
that
just
helps.
offset any damage I do and move on with my life and love my
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Also, like, I have a giant Harry Potter tattoo. Like, I gotta double down on this one.
Yeah, you're set. Like you can't you can't
Yeah.
really change that now.
Yeah. But Harry Potter's still awesome and it still brings us
Yeah.
joy and good life lessons.
Yes, absolutely. And there's just something really, I think once you get really into something in your childhood, it's almost heartbreaking to get rid of it.
I was like 25 when those came out.
That still counts because it's a formative
Yeah.
time in your life.
Yeah,
Like,
it is for
sorry,
sure.
I don't mean childhood. I mean a formative time in your life. That's what I mean. Yeah.
But for most of the people that I know, actually, it was kind of their childhood. Like, I have all these friends who are somehow like 10 to 15 years younger than me because YouTube, and I also have people that are in my life that are 10 to 15 years older than me, and they are also super into Harry Potter. So,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I got it from my mum because my mum, I think we came to England on holiday because my grandparents moved here in the 60s, and we came to visit them over Christmas or something, and she bought the book, like the first edition of it,
Oh, yeah.
like just at like Table H Smith or something, and she just bought the book and was like, "Oh, this sounds cool," and then she went home and she read it and she loved it. And then we had to wait a couple of years for them to be published in Portuguese, and then I read them in Portuguese.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so she sort of introduced them to us. So it was my mom actually that started. My mom is amazing. I love her. And thank you, mom, for introducing me to Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
That's awesome. What's something that a lot of people are missing out on because they don't know about it?
Portuguese food. Sorry.
I
That's
agree with
what I'm
that.
talking about.
100%.
I just feel like people talk a lot about Spanish food, and
Mhm.
yeah, sure, it's great, but also Portuguese food,
Also,
right?
yeah.
So good. And what I really like is that the custard tarts are
Yeah.
making a global appearance. Love
Oh,
it.
that's
Love
cool.
it. Everyone has custard tarts now, and yeah, if you guys ever want to check out great food, there's probably a Portuguese cafe near you, to be honest, because we immigrate a lot. It's just who we are as people, and yeah, just check it out.
I had a set of friends here that was from the Azores, which is part of Portugal.
Yeah,
And they would make Portuguese food for me all the time. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
it good, it
It's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to go to the Azores. I've never been. I'm a terrible Portuguese person because when you live in a place, you don't really travel around.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from LA and I don't know half of LA.
Yeah, like I really want to go to LA.
Yeah. Well, when you do, call me. because I will come down and meet you, and we will go to Disneyland, and it'll be amazing.
Disneyland. Oh.
Yeah, Kat and I were supposed to go to Disneyland Paris together, and that failed out, and I am so sad.
Still
We
sad.
will make it happen.
Yeah, it will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah. It can't be like this forever. Oh God, don't say that. Okay, knocking on wood. Like, there's like this video of me going through my 2020 plans because I had this year off and I was going to travel all over. I was going to come see you, you know, like I was going to go see all these people, and I was talking about my video, and people keep like leaving me comments who are watching it now going like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Like, oh, past Noel, you don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically the comment they leave, and I'm just like, wah wah. Every time I get that comment, I'm just like, I know.
But it's fine because soon you'll be able to travel. And now you've got everything planned out already, so there'll be no stress.
Yeah.
And no replanning. Well, I mean, some replanning, but.
And I actually have like more friends now because I've like met and talked to people and then made friends with them on Zoom and stuff. So like I have even more places to like stay / eat with people / go visit people. So
you're gonna have to end up doing like one of those Victorian abroad tours of like a year where you just go a year into Europe.
No, I'm doing a full-on band tour. Like I'm making t-shirts with like every stop on the back, and I'm gonna pass them out to everybody that I go see.
I want a Noel t-shirt.
Okay. What skill or talent would you most like to learn? And it could be a skill or a talent.
There's so much I want to learn. The first thing that came to my mind was languages. I want to learn more languages because I've done a couple, but I've gotten really rusty because obviously if you don't travel, you don't really have an opportunity to use them.
Yeah.
So I used to know French, Spanish, well, obviously Portuguese, English, and then I did Japanese at school.
Oh wow, uh-huh.
And it was really cool. And at the time, like, it was a lot of effort because it's a hard language to learn.
Yeah.
But because I haven't practiced, I just sort of forgotten it. So I think I like to do more languages, and I really want to learn random stuff like Celtic or Greek or something. I don't know.
Duolingo has those. You could learn it on there.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just because I just haven't had the time. Like, I've been working full time, and then I like doing YouTube at the same time, and the degree, and it's just like yeah. But then I also thought tailoring. I think tailoring would be it, because I tried a little bit of it. I did 1890s walking suit, and I tried a little bit of it, and I just really loved it. Like, I don't know, I think pad stitching is like my soulmate.
Yeah, I made that vest, and I was into it too. It's a cool sport. It's time consuming.
It really is.
Like mad time consuming.
So it's kind of beautiful, like the way you cover all the horsehair canvas with like little tapes, and like everything just has its proper place, and it's so nice. And then suddenly this thing has structure, and I think I'd like to learn more about tailoring.
Yeah, I can see that. I think languages is a skill and a talent.
Yeah,
because like you have to have the brain for the language, and so that's a talent, but then you have to have the skill to be able to like learn it also,
and diligence as well, because it's not just, I think it's really hard to keep at it as well.
Like I'm really bad at it. Like my brain doesn't do that. My husband can like drop into a country, like he learned Russian in like 3 weeks.
That's so cool. Russian is also on my list.
He learned not only like a different language, but a different like alphabet set in 3 weeks. I'm like, I mean, he's not fluent, but he could get like by.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've always wanted to learn Russian because people say Portuguese sounds like Russian.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Once you think about it, you'll start seeing it. But, people keep saying that, and so I wanted to learn Russian so I could be like, do both.
Yeah, I think Portuguese sounds, well, I think things like Arabic sounds just like French to me. Like you might be like, I can't believe my eyeballs just took up 2 hours of my life with that, but it'll be funny.
I'm into it. Okay, I'll look it up. I need to like start making a list of things to look up after this call. Like,
you could just watch the video back later.
Oh yeah, duh. We were recording something.
Yeah. This isn't a 20 questions. This is just like us hanging out.
Yeah. I can't remember what the question was anymore. Skills, right?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go to the next one. What weird quirks did you pick up from your parents?
Oh, this isn't a great one, but I
This just made it great.
I'm like I I'm a very clean person.
Okay.
Like my parents, bless them, always had a very like as a kid, you don't really care about whether you put the milk back in the fridge or you put the bowl away or whatever because things are irrelevant to your existence. Like the whole world is about you.
No, my husband's 50 and he's still like that. Yeah.
Well, I was like that a lot when I was younger, and then as I grew older, I started appreciating them because I also moved in with a boy, and let me tell you, it's hard.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think
They're gross.
the growth. Sorry, boys out there, but
Sorry, boys.
I kind of feel like in Friends when Monica's like, I have to go live with a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just be like, I like clean things and like tidy. Except my sewing room. My sewing room is exempt from the cleanliness. Um, yeah, I've always had. This is a dumb thing, but I've always had carpet because it's like British places. Most of them have carpet.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, but sewing and carpets don't go together.
Mm-mm.
There's so much thread in my carpet. Like it doesn't matter how many times I vacuum.
However, as you can see right here, I have hardwood. I have no carpet in my house. Actually, that's a lie. I have one closet that has carpet in the bottom of it. Um, Sewing and hardwood floors also don't go well together because mine is like, I mean, everyone makes fun of me, kind of not fun of me, but they like they joke with me about how I clean my craft room at the beginning of every vlog. But there's like this fine film of cat hair at all
Oh,
times, all over my floor. Like literally one day I'll walk in and I can just like sweep it with my hand and there's like a dust bunny of like magnificent proportion in there.
is it weird if you then use that to like stuff a bum pad or something?
Yeah, I do keep my own hair. Like I will clean out my brush and keep it in. I have a jar that says like toxic or something on it and I put it all in there. And Chris comes in one day and he was like, "Is that your hair in there?" And I'm like, "It sure is." And he's like, "What are you going to do with that?" I'm like, "Big hair rats." And he's like, "Gross." And I'm like, "No.
No, yeah,
No."
I've done the exact same thing. Like I think I watched. Oh, I think it was back in January. Yeah, I watched like one of Kathy Hayes' stories about her making a hair rat out of own hair, and I
Yeah.
was like, genius.
Uh-huh.
So I got a little pot. Mine doesn't say toxic; it just says etc. on it.
Uh-huh.
And now I just put my hair in it, and like I have a lot of hair because
Yeah, same.
geez, and like it's good, like it's fine.
Yeah.
And but my partner's reaction was exactly the same. It was like, it's just a part of your hair. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And I'm like,
I
"Really,
think
dude?
you'll find it's
You're gonna
historically
call
accurate.
me?" Yeah.
But I will say though, like the people that lived in this flat before us, they had cats. They had three
Uh-huh.
cats, I think. And I can tell because it doesn't matter how much I vacuum this carpet, there's still cat hair on it.
Yep. And there will be forever. It's like woven into the carpet.
Yeah, it's part of the carpet now. It's just one altogether.
Yeah. What about becoming an adult caught you completely off guard?
All of it. Oh, I've become so disillusioned. I had this really good period, I think, between when I was like 17 to 19, where I was like, the world is good, like people are good, and like people will obviously make the right decisions. And then I think Brexit happened and Trump got elected, and now I'm just like, what?
No, not really. I think
Yeah.
60% of people are good.
I think people. I honestly think. Do I? I honestly think people are all good, but they're circumstantially bad.
Okay.
So like, essentially, people are want to do good,
Yeah.
but their circumstances sometimes dictate otherwise. And I think your circumstances involve affect everything you do. So
Yeah.
if your circumstances can't don't let you be good, then you have systems of oppression, basically.
I think all people believe that they are good.
Yes. 100%.
Everyone thinks that they are good.
Yep.
But I think only 60% of people are good. I think the reason I hang out here is because this community has more good than not good.
Oh my god, yes. People are so nice. Like,
Yes.
people are just so nice. I know we say this a lot in our videos or stories or whatever, and some people might be a little bit skeptical, but it's absolutely true. Like, you see all the stuff going down. Like, I first started watching YouTube because I like makeup videos.
Do you know I used to have a makeup channel?
I know, but like, I know you've mentioned it in your videos, and then I was always like, I tried finding it once, but I couldn't. I was like, where's Noel's makeup?
I wonder if I turned it off or not. It used to be called a hooker lips.
What?
So my friend Sarah, who lives in Canada, who I met entirely through YouTube, and now she's like one of my best friends. She and I were talking one day because we talk on WhatsApp all the time, and she wears like boring brown lipstick constantly, and I was like, I want bold colors, and she's like, I can't wear fuchsia or magenta or any of those colors because I just feel like a woman of the night. And I was like, if I ever make a YouTube channel, I'm calling it Hooker Lips because those are the only colors I will wear. And so
That's great.
I had a channel called Hooker Lips for a really long time. And then I changed the channel name. Like, I stopped posting to it for a really long time, and then I changed the channel name because I was like, maybe that's putting people off. And then, although everyone thought it was hysterical, but it's not like I was getting more followers, and like, that's probably not the name you want forever. So I changed it to What's Up Noel, but I don't post to it anymore, and it's frankly very embarrassing. So I wouldn't like watch it. Now everyone's gonna go watch it. It's horrible.
I will, of course, try and find it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's mostly like me buying stuff and then showing it to people. Because that's
Did you do the thing? Did you do the thing where it's like, look at this, the brush.
You go, this is my.
Yes. Oh my god. Look. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you have one too. This is my favorite toy.
I love it.
I love it.
Watching this. This is the best thing ever. Get one.
This is called a measuring gauge, guys. It like literally says a measuring gauge on it.
It's like £1, and it's freaking amazing.
Awesome. If anybody needs these are in my Amazon store. Link down below. Shameless self-promotion.
Not shameless. Do it.
All right. If you were a potato, how would you like to be cooked?
Fried.
No
hesitation, because you asked this in one of the videos. I've been watching all of them compulsively.
See, this is why I'm recording all of them as fast as I can. So you don't get all the questions.
I can't remember.
Wait,
who it was now though.
Which kind of fried? Because there's more than one kind of fried potato.
Okay, so basically, there's this whole thing about fries and chips are not fries, and fries are not chips.
That is true.
It's an important distinction. And to me personally, I like the crispy ratio to be higher than the fluffier ratio. Yeah. So fries, French fries, right? The French variety. Yeah, I just love fries. I feel like that's basically, if I can pick anything to eat, there's a 99% chance it's fries. Just love it. Love the salty, love the mayo, love it.
Oh God, you said mayo.
Oh, sorry. Do you hate mayo? Sorry.
Well, actually, I'm allergic to jarred mayo, so I can't. There's some preservative in it that makes me like break out in hives. So I can only eat like aioli.
Homemade mayo.
Yeah, I can eat it. I don't like it.
No, okay.
I've gotten sick with mayo so many times that I can't eat it anymore.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I'm allergic to like 5 things, and they're really annoying. So I'm allergic to shellfish.
Preservative will be really.
Yeah, I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm allergic to regular fish. Like, the shellfish will kill me. Like, I will die. I will have anaphylaxis and die. Regular fish just makes me violently sick and have hives. I'm also allergic to, get this, mushrooms, mustard, and mayonnaise.
But those are all such amazing things to eat. I'm so sorry. No, that's actually not. Don't worry.
I really like mushrooms and I really like mustard. But man, I'll show you. Wait, can I show this? Like, I could probably show this.
That sucks, man. I love mushrooms. Shellfish is like one of my favorite things to eat because I'm Portuguese. Lol.
Yeah, but I don't know what it's like. I don't know if this is gonna come across. This is what I look like when I eat mushrooms.
Oh no, well, no.
This is me in Hong Kong after I accidentally ate mushrooms because I tried goose for the first time. Oh my god, goose is amazing. And it had mushrooms in it that I didn't know about. So then I looked like that for 2 days. It doesn't hurt, like I don't know what's happening, but I am super puffy. Like the reason that I was all shiny was because my skin is stretched so tight. But yeah, so.
That's really bad.
Okay, so you want to be French fries, but you not only want to be French fries, you should be really thin cut French fries because then you'll definitely get more crispy. Yeah.
Crispy. I think the crisp factor is important, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not underestimate the crisp factor.
You should try French fries from McDonald's with also their ice cream and dip the fries in ice cream.
Yes. Sorry. Everyone I talk to about this says I'm weird. But
no, it's awesome.
I did it one time when I was like 11 for whatever reason because kids do things. And I dipped a French fry in my sundae.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good.
If you can find gelato, it's even better because what you want is that like creamy, like, you know how gelato is like almost gummy? It has a weird texture that's like,
yeah.
You can pull gelato and it stretches, you know? And so you want that. So gelato with French fries is even better. But McDonald's fries with McDonald's ice cream is bomb.
I'm so glad you like it, and it's not just me.
It's delicious. I don't really eat at McDonald's very often, and I won't even ever order a hamburger there, but I will order fries and ice cream.
And ice cream. Oh, I love soft serve ice cream. That's like,
yeah.
I think I actually prefer it over every other kind of ice cream.
I mean, it's kind of why I like gelato because it is sort of
it has
soft
to
serve.
Be creamy and like
yeah.
I really want a soft serve machine for my kitchen.
Oh, is that even a thing you can buy?
I think that's the thing you can buy for like an exorbitant amount of money that I cannot have. But
I want one that does swirl.
Like swirl.
Like vanilla and chocolate swirl.
Oh.
Because we have those, like, if you go to any buffet place in America, like any buffet, so like, you know, a salad bar buffet kind of place, they probably don't even have those in England. We have these things where it's like a giant American-sized salad bar. Like it is long. Like there's a million choices. And then they also have like every soup ever made. They have a baked potato section. They have pizza. They have all this stuff. And it's all like buffet style.
Right.
And if you go to one of those, they invariably have a soft serve machine and it has vanilla and chocolate and swirl. Yeah. Also, I think those things are probably not going to exist anymore after COVID.
Right? Like, how do you even do buffet?
I never do buffet. I'm not even a fan. Like, I don't go to the salad bar things. I won't go to the ones in Vegas unless it's a breakfast buffet because I can't help myself. But like on ships, I will never eat at the buffet because like little kids that have like, and then they grab onto the handle of the thing that you're about to no.
I don't think I'd ever spared a thought to that. And
no.
I can't see it.
It's not good.
Oh no. There used to be this great little buffet place next to the university I worked at in London, and we called it the box place because you get a little box and you fill it up with stuff and you pay for the box. And they did a strange variety of things, but they were all delicious. And I would like get like, so the box was about this big, and then I would get like a bottom layer of actual food, and then half of it would just be filled up with spring rolls.
Yeah.
It's basically just a box of spring rolls, but I loved it. Oh, I miss that place.
If you were famous, what would you like to be famous for?
Doing good.
Solid. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. I don't know what kind of good. Any good. Any good. That's the only reason I think I would ever want to be. I don't think I'd ever want to be famous though. It looks hard.
Even having this like YouTube channel is more fame than I ever wanted. Like people called me an influencer a couple weeks ago and I was like,
that name makes me cringe.
Gross. Like, ew. And then I find out people are doing things because I recommend them. And yeah, okay, go by this gauge, people. But like,
yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, I think influencer is such a dumb term because the idea behind it is that you can influence people.
Yeah, but like I hate that. I don't want to influence people. I will give you my recommendations on stuff, but like,
yeah, and then obviously it's your choice to.
Yeah.
don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like that term. And I think it's gotten a lot of bad stigma over the years as well, because
You started talking about makeup vlogs.
that's why, isn't it? Oh, I
Yeah.
love it though. Like I think it's because I can't buy all of the makeup things because the market is absolutely saturated.
How superstitious are you?
I'm not superstitious, but I've grown up with my grandmothers telling me, like, don't break a mirror, 7 years of bad luck, don't walk under the shkadat, what's it called, ladder. You get that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
My grandmother used to always tell me that if you're sweeping the floor and if you sweep someone's feet, they won't get married.
Noted.
That's a Portuguese thing, I think. But anyway, like I grew up with that kind of stuff, so sometimes I'm like, don't do this, or what's gonna happen, don't know, no one ever says, but
It's always bad luck.
yeah, it's bad luck. But I have small things like, oh, if I wear like my favorite ring, it'll be a good day, or I don't know,
Oh, you should wear that every day.
right? And then
Yeah.
sometimes I just forget. I don't think I'm too superstitious.
Okay.
Just I do think I think it would be nice if there was some sort of order to the world, but I'm not too sure there is.
Okay.
Again, non-committing. Shocking.
Speaking of committing, if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you choose and why?
I've been thinking about this, right? Because this was a hard question in the other videos. And my crime, it's gonna sound, again, I don't want any controversy in the comments, please, guys. But I would steal money from all the freaking billionaires and spread it out. I would, like Jeff Bezos, I'd be coming for him. And
He's like, what happened to all my money and why are all these people getting rich?
like I wouldn't take all the money, but like these people that have so much that they would never be able to use it or spend it or do anything with it. Like I saw that thread, I can't remember who it was by, I think it was by a newspaper, where it was like Jeff Bezos could end homelessness in the USA and would still have like this.
It's worse than that. I
Like,
watched a thing on Nova and it said, like, this is the amount that you need to end world hunger. And this is what Jeff Bezos has.
like just take that. Like I would just take
And
that
half of it.
and do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just fix it all. And he would still have enough to live in a billion house and run his business, and his kids would still have money forever. But everyone else would also be doing great.
Yeah. Well, at least not hungry. Like,
yeah.
solve one problem. Why? How is it that Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water? It's been like 6 years. Like, someone said that this problem only would cost like, I mean, when I say only, but it was like, $50 million or something. $50 million to any one of those billionaires is nothing. The difference between a million and a billion isn't like tiny. The difference between a million and a billion is like, someone said something like a million seconds is like, a month and a half, and a billion seconds is like 300 years or something like that. Like it's that different how big it is. $50 million is nothing. They could supply water to the entire place.
Yep.
But no, and the country could do it too, but no one's doing it. I'm like appalled.
Have you seen that video of like it's this guy, it's been going around the social medias a while back, but it was about this guy counting up Jeff Bezos' wealth in rice grains?
No.
Have you seen it? It's pretty cool. He does like one grain of rice equals like 10,000 or like 100,000 or something, and then he keeps adding it, and it's like, here's Jeff Bezos in 2015, and then like at the end of it, it's like he's just pouring out like 10-kilo bags of rice, which obviously he used later again. It's fine, but like, and it's just the way he put it was just made you realize that this money, it's not just like he's not just wealthy, like he's not just rich. This amount of money is surmountable to all like physical possessions on earth. Like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And like, obviously, I understand that he had a business and he had a great idea that's really taken off.
Yeah.
Great. But that doesn't mean, oh no, this is going to get really
Yeah, I'll
controversial.
say it doesn't mean he should be building that on the backs of other people and treating them like crap. And also, it doesn't mean that you cannot spend that much money. Like, it's physically impossible for you to spend that much money.
It is impossible unless you were to go and fix like world hunger and like fund every single research for cancer, or like
pay for school for everyone in America.
Yeah, he could pay all medical debts in America, and it was like a tiny little dent.
Mm-hmm.
He could fund something like the NHS in America, and
imagine having that power and then
like,
not doing it.
Not doing it. Like, obviously, I don't.
Remember when you said everyone was good?
I don't know him.
You said everyone is good.
I did. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, but also, like, I think that we have this idea of money, but like, this is all virtual money. Like, he doesn't have stacks of cash.
Scrooge McDuck style. That would be amazing. That's
right. I don't think he'd have to build a palace just to hold his money.
Like, I mean, Scrooge McDuck did.
Yeah. I don't know. I keep hoping that there's some sort of like technical reason why he can't just go and fix these things.
I think when you get that much money, if you decide to fix one of these things like that, then from then on, for the rest of your life, all you have is people asking you to fix things.
But is that so bad if you've got the power to do it? Like,
I don't think it's bad, but I can imagine, like, I mean, I know what it's like when I am nice to someone and promote something on the internet, and then I get 75 more requests in the next hour to do that.
Yeah. It's
I have the power to do it.
Give a hand and they take an arm, that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, like, I guess the idea as well is that he set out to do a capitalist enterprise, not a humanitarian campaign.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, we've gone way off topic.
This is like the longest 20 questions ever.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I think it's awesome. If you could have a personal assistant, what would you have them do?
Video editing.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like, I enjoy the first 5 minutes of it, and then I don't.
I don't enjoy any part of it. I hate it.
I always leave it really late, and then I don't have time to make it pretty.
Yeah.
So I just put it on like 500 speed and cut the end of the start, and that's it.
I also think someone to do my dishes would be nice, because that's something I've noticed during COVID is I have way more dishes than I ever expected.
Mm-hmm. I have a really good arrangement with my partner where I cook and he cleans.
Oh, that is a good arrangement.
I love cooking, but I hate cleaning.
Okay.
Which is weird because I just said I'm a clean person. But yeah, it doesn't work very well. But I love cooking. Yeah, I love cooking.
My husband and I have a great arrangement that I deal with anything that goes into a cat, and he deals with anything that comes out of a cat.
That is the best arrangement. I was just catching up on one of your videos. Sorry, it's really weird because it feels like I was just talking to you. But I was catching up on one of your videos, and you mentioned Addie of Hoppin'.
Yeah.
Have you seen she's got the electronic cat?
Yeah, I've seen those. My cats will not use that.
No? Oh,
no.
Creepy.
Also, they're super expensive. They're like $500, and we have 6 boxes.
Damn. How many cats do you have?
7.
A Horcrux each.
Yeah. Kind of. What is your favorite section in the grocery store, and why?
Ooh, I love jars.
Ooh.
Like all the different kinds of like chutneys and like condiments and like spices. That's my favorite. I love like going. There's a really fancy supermarket in the UK called Waitrose.
Waitrose, I know about them.
It's fancy. Like, I can't shop there, but I like walking in and like seeing, like the 6 different kind of olive oils they have. They have like lemon olive oil, and then like, I don't know, I just love it. I love it. Garlic olive oil, and then they've got like these different kinds of jars with like jams and like caramelized onion chutney, and I just love it. I feel like it's so decadent.
I like Fortnum and Mason for that.
Oh my god, yes, Fortnum and Mason is the best.
I got sent a Fortnum and Mason hamper, like the giant one full of all the things.
Yeah.
every single thing I got sent is amazing. Like, I got sent like this meat in a jar, and as an American, I'm like, what even is this? And like, Kathy called it dog in a pot, and I was like,
Oh,
gross. And she's like, no, it's good, try it. And I ate it, and I was like, damn, that's good. It's
what is
chicken.
it? Just
It's
meat?
like, it's chicken thigh meat that's been um like sous vide or whatever, and then it's sitting in like oil and herbs and stuff, and like you eat it like on a cracker with a little bit of chutney. It is fancy AF, and it is so good,
See
so
what I mean?
good.
But like things in jars are just fancy and decadent. I don't know what it is.
It's this jar too.
Ah,
Far from
yeah.
it.
Those are the
So it
best kind,
like
right?
opens and it's little like this. This is the pot from it. I have a whole bunch of them. So then I ordered my mom a Fortnum and Mason musical advent calendar because I got one last year and then she got super jealous. So yes, I bought
Oh,
my mom a stupid like $300 advent calendar because like every door you open plays a different like musical Christmas song.
I
It's
feel
mind
like
blowing.
Portman and Masons is like, you know how you, when department stores first started coming up and they were like the thing, and you walk in and it's like heaven, and like the Ladies Paradise. Have you seen the Ladies Paradise?
I love Paradise.
Right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's just like I feel like Fortman and Mason still has that.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you
Yeah.
walk in, it's like freaking amazing. Can you imagine like a fabric or drapery section in Fortman and Masons? Like
Yeah.
decadent. Have you been to Liberty?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that building is stunning.
Yeah. I specifically come usually on Thanksgiving week. Like I go to England that week every other year, specifically because Liberty has like that whole top section that's all Christmas stuff.
Yeah. So great. I love going at Christmas. I do the London tour with my family. Like we all go out like close to Christmas, like 22nd or 23rd or something, to see the lights.
Yeah.
And then we go to Fortman and Masons,
Mhm.
and we go to Hatchett's next to Fortman and Masons. Have you
Yeah.
been?
Mhm. Yeah.
Hatchett's is amazing. And it's just like, I don't know, there's just something so amazing and decadent. And
That whole area, like all of London at Christmas time is magical. Like I can't even just like people in America are like, yeah, it sounds great. I'm like, no guys, you don't understand. They string lights like up in the streets. Like I have vlogs. I'll just send you to my last vlog because like it's amazing, people. Like there are lights on every street. You can go to the tiniest little town in London and they will have their main street like lit up
yeah,
all the way across with like angels blinking on and off, and like there's a Christmas tree for sure downtown. And like even if you don't celebrate Christmas, like I'm atheist, but I'm still like, hot damn, that's beautiful. Like
yeah.
they do the magic of that season
Mm,
primo.
exactly. I think it's like I don't consume it as a religious holiday either. I just
Yeah.
it's become like this time where you come together with family and you exchange gifts for the new year and you eat amazing food, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's more of a family thing rather than a religious thing. But it is like London in at Christmas is stunning.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not just lights. There's just something in the air. Don't know what
Winter
it.
Wonderland too. Dude, have you been there?
Yeah, but I can't with it.
Why?
The tourists, man.
Oh, I am one of those tourists, and I'm like, this place is bomb. They have these like little pancakes that have Nutella on them. They have
Yeah,
them
the
at every
pufferfies.
like, they have all
Pufferfish?
these Christmas markets, and they all have that. But like, they have carousels that are bars, so you just sit on the carousel, and it goes around, and they serve you booze. And then they
Yeah,
have rides, and like in America, we have traveling carnivals, and they have rides. This is like you take one of those rides and you supersize it to like at least 5 times the size. Like I can't even tell, like their rides are scary huge, just so big. It's intimidating. They also have one of those like cold huts where you like drink vodka in a giant parka because it's negative 54 degrees inside this
yeah,
room.
it
Like
gets real cold. I
they have
went
it.
once a few years ago and they charged me like £6 for some popcorn and I never went again.
Yeah, I can see that. It is expensive and it's like silly, but it's
But
also
it's
kind of like
like
amazing because we don't have anything like that.
it's a good like experience like to have at least. it is nice. It does get really busy, but we won't know what we'll be like because it may never
Yeah.
happen again.
Because I'm always there at Thanksgiving week, which is like the last week in November. It's not very busy yet.
Busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good time to go, actually.
Hot tip, guys, you heard it here first.
Yeah. But not everybody go because I want it to stay not busy.
Yeah.
If you could be guaranteed one thing in life besides money, what would it be?
Happiness. No, actually, health, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's this I think it's a very common thing in Portugal is people wish for health rather than
Mm-hmm.
maybe we're just a very sickly country. I don't know. Like it's a very common thing to just say you when you say cheers, you say health.
Yeah.
Kind of like
I mean, that's what salute is, right? Salute. Health.
yeah. So it's yeah, I think health would be because I think if you're not in health, like it affects everything.
Yeah.
It will invariably affect your happiness and your ability to make money and everything. So I think health would be what I'll go with. Yes.
What is the best item that you have purchased during COVID?
Ooh, I just slowly look around my room because what is it? I will be honest, I have purchased quite a lot of things during COVID.
Yeah,
I don't know
same.
what it is about being at home and online browsing. It's not good.
What have you found the most useful?
What's the most useful thing I've bought? I suddenly can't remember a single thing I've bought.
Yeah, look through your Amazon list.
Yeah, I was like, what have I purchased this
What have
year?
I bought?
Like, what? Scroll, scroll, scroll. I feel like I've bought a lot of things, but they were like, I buy a lot of sewing things, but I don't think fabric can count because definitely not useful. It's a detriment to my wallet. And oh, I ordered some of that linen, by the way.
Oh,
Your
excellent.
linen. And it's really funny because I keep getting ads for it now on
Uh-huh.
Facebook. And then the most like seriously join this pyramid scheme and kind of
Yeah. It's like diet pills.
it's so funny. I will say I've been buying some secondhand stuff online, which I've really enjoyed. I'm sort of made this pledge to not buy new clothes
Mm-hmm.
because fast fashion. The
Yep.
only thing new that I buy is like socks and pants, and that's it. So like for example, this jumper I bought secondhand, and it's really
Oh,
nice.
it's a nice jumper. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so I
A
feel like I've just been.
sweater.
Ooh, I did buy my first piece of like antique, like actual Victorian clothing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, I kind of got into this rabbit hole where I started following all the vintage sellers on Etsy.
Mm-hmm. That's dangerous.
I know, I know. And then I ended up buying two things, but they're small things, so it doesn't really count, right?
Sure.
I bought a
It's
corset
calories
cover.
during COVID don't count, and neither do purchases.
Yes, exactly, absolutely. So it's totally fine. I mean, I kind of feel I feel like these things wouldn't have gone to a museum. They wouldn't have gone like somewhere where they would be more important. So they can just live with me, and I appreciate them so much. And
Yeah.
yeah, I actually filmed a video about it. So I might get around to editing that. But I bought a corset cover from the 1890s.
Oh, excellent.
Edwardian petticoat.
Are you going to use them?
Well, I thought I might just fit into the corset cover, and that was a lie.
It's funny how that works out.
Yeah, I think because they only had the waist measurement, and I was like, oh, the waist might just fit if I'm like corseted and everything. But they didn't add the bust measurement, and the bust measurement definitely does not fit.
Yeah.
But I did buy an Edwardian petticoat that is just like because it's a petticoat, it will fit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a petticoat, and it's really in a beautiful condition, and it has like tiers of lace and
Oh,
all the nice things. Yeah,
I hope
actually, I
you
should
make that
go.
video soon because I want to see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't. I just took like it's basically just a gratuitous video of like close-up shots of old clothes. So I don't know.
I mean, that's what people need right now.
Yeah,
What is your favorite tradition? I thought this question would be interesting for you because you're Portuguese.
but I think the Christmas stuff there's just something about like getting your whole family together. I have really good memories of like Christmas in Portugal
Yeah.
with the family, and I think definitely Christmas, even though like, so for example in Portugal what you usually do at Christmas is you have everyone over on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is big, and so is Christmas Day, and you have everyone over on Christmas Eve and you all have like a big meal, and then so if you're religious you will stay up and go to the midnight mass.
Uh-huh.
I never went. I think my grandmother took me once and I fell asleep and I got a bad rep with the priest. So I didn't go again. Yeah, so then like you would just stay up, and I used to lie underneath the Christmas tree. Does anyone else do this? Like you lie on the floor and look into the Christmas tree and
It's
you've got all the
pretty.
lights, and it's the best thing ever. That's not really a tradition. But I think Christmas is really definitely, even though I'm not religious and I don't do any of the religious things,
Yeah,
it's just the fact that you've got all the family together, and it's just really nice and cozy, and like it's like a big warm hug basically.
it is. So all the people who made Christmas for me aren't like around anymore. So and I'm an only child and my mom is a single parent, so like it's not that exciting anymore. But now I have like a holiday dinner with like my core group of friends. So we have like somewhere between 30 and 40 people over for a sit down dinner, and I use my grandma's china and I make a turkey, and everybody brings a piece of food, like a thing that they're going to share. But it's super multicultural here, so we have like egg rolls and samosas and like random grandma's noodle dish and like all
Right.
kinds of stuff that that gets brought. And we have vegetarians and we have meat eaters and we have all kinds of stuff, so there's like all this food, because every set of people or family that comes brings like enough for everybody. So we have this crazy feast of food, and then we clear the tables, and then I sit everybody down and I give them my presents. So everybody has my present to them all at the same time, and then I go open, and then they all open their presents that I gave them, which is
Just
super
imagine
fun.
like wrapping paper just being thrown into the air,
Yeah.
like
It is, and it's really fun. So we do that. And so it's just really nice to see like everybody's face all at the same time, like blow up, because like I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to get them. And I do buy everybody who attends, or make everybody who attends, like a present that I think they're going to really like, even though some of them are really expensive and some of them super aren't, but it's something that I know they'll love. And then they all pass their presents out to each other and to me. And then it's like this crazy free for all of everyone just like sort of freaking out for like an hour, and there's like little kids there who are just like mind blown. It's not on Christmas, it's the second week in December, the second weekend, so like that starts the holiday, and then all my friends have different parties for like the next couple weeks. It's
that's so
fun.
nice.
Yeah, so even though I'm atheist, I still get the joy of the holiday season.
Yeah, of course. I didn't think it has to be like your family is who you make it. So
Yeah,
having your like 40 people over, that kind of low key stresses me out in terms of logistics. Like,
I'm really good at it, and I have a house that will accommodate that size of, like, we have this sunroom that has, I mean, it's a sunroom. It has like glass all the way over the ceiling and stuff. So, and it will hold that many people. Actually, more than that. It'll hold more than that sitting. And like, I put Christmas trees in there and Christmas lights up everywhere. It's full on. It's fun.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I throw like a couple big parties a year, and that's the one that I'm like, I was kind of upset about not going on all the trips we were supposed to go on this year. But when I realized that I wasn't gonna have my Christmas party, I got really sad. Like I started crying.
are you
Like,
gonna try to do something online or?
so we are allowed to have two other households come to our backyards and be socially distanced and masked.
Okay.
So I might have groups of people come over, and we won't eat or anything, but like hang out. We have we might eat, because not eat, but like we have a fire pit. So we could make s'mores and sit by the fire pit, and like, so I might arrange it so that people come over in like small.
You'll do shifts.
Yeah. Are you gonna go home? Like, what is your Christmas plan?
Well, it depends because they've just
Oh, you're going back into lockdown.
freaking Boris Johnson just around announced it. Yeah, this is a very like politics heavy episode.
Yeah. It's also really
I'm like,
long.
look, you hate the Tories. Actually, it's high key hate the Tories. yeah, Boris Johnson has just announced a new lockdown for the English portion of the country, which is where my family's at. For the moment, it doesn't affect Scotland, and I don't know how long it will last. The plan is to go back to London for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I mean, if England is going into lockdown, though, stuff is bad, and you probably need to be in lockdown.
Bad.
It's more like people needed to have heard that, oh, we're not in lockdown, but then not gone crazy.
Yeah, it's basically because we have such an incompetent government, and they keep saying go out to help out, and go back to school, and then they're like, what, new cases? Shocking.
Yeah. Everything everyone says is that it's very confusing, not only what you're allowed to do, but what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's confusing as well because there's obviously like individualized governments, because sort of Scotland makes its own guidelines, and then Wales makes its own guidelines, and sometimes they blend over and sometimes they don't. And then in particular in Scotland at the moment, they have a tier system depending on which county, not really county,
we have that too.
you are. So it's all very confusing. I basically have not left the house. Even when we were allowed to leave the house, I just didn't leave the house.
See, that's smart though, because you're actually helping by not leaving the house.
I got really lucky because my work was still working remotely until a few weeks ago, until I think late August. And then I moved, so I couldn't go in anyway. So
my husband got told not to go to work till like next August.
But that's the kind of proactive we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. I think universities in particular were really pushing to reopen because that's how they make money.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like people are going about it the wrong way. Like the more we delay, just the longer it's gonna go on for. Like we gotta just bite the bullet now. And people are like, just think, for a country that has such a history of war, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's only staying inside, and we have all this amazing technology that lets us keep in touch with each other. It's not like we were writing a letter and waiting 3 weeks for a response. Like,
right. Which song has the ability to cheer you up?
I love all of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
That's a good album. That's a really good album.
Like the Pina Colada song. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then once you start hearing it, you can't unhear it, and it's like,
it's in my head now.
Oh, it's cheering me up. Yeah, and there's the other one. Oh yeah, Come and Get Your Love. That's like has been my phone ring for ever since the phone came out. Really,
that's awesome.
I love those two songs. I love the whole soundtrack. It just gives me good vibes. And I used to really love the 80s music, so I love, like, I'm so excited. Always gets me hyped.
Were you born in the 80s?
No.
Dude, I was born in the 70s.
Well, that means you got to enjoy the 80s at its prime.
I did. And I thoroughly enjoyed the 80s. I was little for the very beginning of it. And then as I, hit older, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, no.
And then I hit 90s peak grunge, jeans and a t-shirt and bandana in my hair. And then just stopped. What is your, I wish I had started doing this earlier in my life?
Sewing. Actually, my relationship with sewing is really weird because I don't think I've mentioned this in any of my videos, but my grandfather in Portugal actually had a haberdashery and fabric shop with like a group. Basically, he had a draper's, basically. So he had like a haberdashery with fabrics, and then on the top floor, it was a group of seamstresses that did like custom alterations, custom costumes and clothes. And I grew up at my grandparents' basically, and I spent probably like 90% of my free time in that seamstress room, and I never once learned to sew. Ever.
Well, you were little.
Exactly. The only thing I did was they used to make a lot of curtains, and I would remove the basting stitches.
Oh, I mean, that's a great job for a little kid.
Yeah, but I just some people learn to sew really young. Like I know there's lots of people in the online community that are like, I learned to sew when I was 5, and I was like, I wish, because I feel like I had all that expert knowledge there, like just waiting for me to tap into, and I never did.
I think I was 8. My grandma taught tailoring and sewing at the college level. So
That's cool.
she taught me. I still
Wow.
don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just learned how to make piping, like, literally this week. So clearly she didn't teach me. Like, that's the thing about sewing is there's always stuff to learn, you know? Like,
Yeah.
when I was little, my grandma was teaching me how to make corduroy pants because that was what was in fashion,
Yeah,
and she was trying to,
exactly.
like, so
Like
you always have
historical
new
stuff
stuff.
is very specific. So like you learn it as you come across it because
Yeah.
like if you like you can sew for 10 years, but if you only do like 18th century sewing, it's you probably won't come across piping until
Yeah.
you decide to do a Victorian dress. So like
Right.
there's so much stuff that you can always learn depending on which decade and century you pick.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about this hobby is, like, there's no like, makeup was stupid because, like, it terminates, like, you have all the things now, but, like, sewing goes on forever. Forever and
Forever
ever.
and
I learn
ever.
new stuff every time I sew, like, every single time.
Yeah, exactly. I think like I haven't had any. No one taught me to sew. Like YouTube did. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Basically, and I feel like I learn by mistakes. So like I make this bodice and I make mistake X, Y, and Z, and then when I make it again, it's more likely that I'll only do X, Y, and not Z.
Yeah. You have 5 minutes to hide a paperclip in your home. A detective is hired to find it. If he fails, you will get a $100,000 reward. Where would you hide the paperclip?
So my first thought was throw it out the window, but that doesn't work with the
To hide it
specimen.
in your home.
And then my second thought was I would eat it. Is that dumb?
No. My answer was that I would straighten it out and put it in the underwire in my bra.
Very smart. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Because not only is he not going to be able to, like, he's not going to check me, right? Or even if he does, like, he's not going to, even if he strip searches me, it's still like it's in my bra, you know?
Yeah,
And you
exactly.
can't feel it once it's in there.
Very smart, Noel.
And your 20th question is, if you could have any artifact, piece of art, or thing from any art gallery, what would you have?
I would be stealing that Met.
One thing.
One thing.
You can have any artifact, piece of art, or one thing from any art gallery.
This is a big question.
I know.
So I think one thing to know about me is that I don't really like art. Well, like I like paintings, but I like looking at them and being like, oh yeah, that's a nice painting, and then I move on with my life.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that
I
too.
would definitely be going for a dress
Oh, interesting.
because it's a museum object, right?
Yep.
Like, right?
It's an
Or
artifact.
maybe I'd like steal a Worth gown. Not steal. I'm
No,
legally.
you're allowed to have it.
Maybe a Worth gown, or the other thing that came to mind was Queen Victoria's wedding dress,
Oh, that's solid. Yeah.
which is a bit rude, I guess, because
Just remember, the crown jewels are technically a museum.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I would go for like a dress and probably a Worth or Queen Victoria's wedding dress.
That's a good answer. Okay, are you ready for it? The super controversial bonus question.
Yeah, let's go.
You're Portuguese, so I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I thought I'd made up my mind until you asked it again. No.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking about starting a yes or no counter going up in here.
I know you've been to the dictionary, right? But I will argue that the dictionary doesn't know everything.
No, so my
As an
thing about the dictionary is the American dictionary says yes and the British dictionary says no.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like English dictionaries, like they differ depending on who's written them, what the like historical original
I'm
dictionary is.
just saying, if you have to have like one source of truth, a dictionary is a way to go.
Yeah, it's true. I would say a hot dog is not a sandwich because why? It's just an instinct. It just comes out of me. I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich. I think a hot dog is. I always think of it. There's different kinds of hot dogs. So you can have the American hot dog,
I mean,
which is
American hot dog in a bun.
definitely not a sandwich. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Rejected.
All right. Thank you for joining me today, Kat, and thank you everyone out there for joining both of us. I will leave a list of Kat's accounts down below so you can check her out and give her some love. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below telling me what you're up to, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye, guys.